Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I want to tell you about the simplest thing that you can do to take care of yourself this summer. So there are lots of things that you could do as a summertime self-care practice, but this one action will actually help you stay really steady, really healthy, and just really cool all summer long. And this one self-care practice is consistency. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, that's not a self-care practice. That's an action. What are you talking about? And that's kind of vague and that's not really helpful. Well, let me break it down and let me back it up and just give you a tiny bit of Ayurvedic education to help you make sense of why consistency and focusing on one simple thing can help you feel a little bit cooler all summer long and help you feel a little bit more well cared for, even in the most basic way. Okay, so summertime is what we consider in Ayurveda pitta time, which means like it's hot outside, it's intense, it's busy, there are lots of things going on. This is a time of year when everything is external, okay? So it's not a really internal time of year. It's not a time of year when we're particularly self-reflective or when we are focused on, like anything that is on the inside. Okay, this is a time of year when we are focused almost exclusively on getting out, right, and doing things and being outside and connecting with people and, just being external in general, right? And it's a fantastic time of year for that, right? Like it's a fantastic time of year to connect and to reconnect and to do exciting things. It can just also lead to burnout. And part of that is because we're doing so much, we're actually overdoing it. And because we're doing so much, we don't generally stick to a particularly consistent routine or rhythm, and we tend to do a lot that can overwhelm us, right? It's just complete overload for our senses, for our bodies, for our minds, for, our souls. So as fantastic as this season is, that lack of a consistent schedule and that lack of focus can lead us to feel, a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit depleted and, exhausted by the time summer is over. And even sometimes we haven't really done much to take care of ourselves, right? Which is a little bit crazy because it's a season in which we're doing all the things and so much fun stuff, right? Or we could. So what we really need at this time of year is to focus on one really simple, really small thing. And the truth is that thing can be anything, so long as it's super consistent, so long as it's just one thing. And so long as you do it regularly, right? So long as you make it a sacred and super important practice. Okay, so it can be something that you do every day. It could be something that you do on a particular day during the week. It could actually even be something you could do every single hour that you're awake during the day. Or if you work during the summer, which most of us do, it could be something that you do every hour that you're at work. So, the most basic that I can think of right now that would be a really useful practice for the summer that you could do every single hour and it would be super consistent and you could set a timer for and everything to help remind you is every hour on the hour. So let's say 5 minutes past every hour, you pause and take 3 breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And that's it, right? Every single hour. 3 breaths. Really, really simple, right? You could set an alarm on your phone. You could set an alarm on your computer so that every hour that you're at work, you stop and take a breath. 3 breaths. Close your eyes. Just take a pause, right? You could take a stretch break at work every hour. Just arms up, overhead, boom, boom, right? Anything that's consistent in that way, just to keep you in that place of, oh yeah, I'm doing something for myself and it's really small, but it makes me feel really good and it reconnects me to me, right? It's a more internal practice that reminds me to be more present, right? And to take care of myself, okay? You could do something every single day, right? So long as it's the same time every single day. So it could be, every night before you go to bed, it could be that you massage your feet with oil. You're like, I'm a big fan of oil. If you're not a big fan of oil, you don't have to use oil. It's not a big deal. You could use essential oils if you dig on that, with a carrier oil to just help, smooth it out. You could use peppermint, as a scent if you really like peppermint, and that's something that, can be really energizing. You could use lavender, or lemon, which are things that can be a little bit more, calming. It doesn't really matter if you use a scent or not. I don't. But every night before you go to bed, you could rub your feet. And you could set a reminder on your phone for that too, right? You could start a daily journaling practice. You could start a meditation practice. You could do any number of things. What you do doesn't actually matter to me. It should matter to you. And you could do weekly things too. You could say, every week on Tuesday, I go to my yoga practice. Or, like every Sunday morning when Naomi releases a new yoga video on her YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now. Every Sunday, I wake up, I check out that video, and I do the practice. And if it's not a practice that I want to do, awesome. She's got like 100 more that I could, look at and check out there. So, you could make a ritual for yourself once a week that is consistent, that has a same time every time, and that reminds you that you are actively taking a step back and taking care of yourself instead of just hurling yourself out into this fiery season of summer. So the most simple self-care practice that you can do for yourself this summer is to be really consistent and to focus on one very, very, very simple thing so that you're not going into pitta overload and just completely burning yourself out on, having a ton of fun, which is not a bad thing, but just, doing so much that you forget to connect back in. So, super simple, super easy. Really, really simple way to be consistent, right? So you can set reminders for yourself. You can make sure it's a daily, an hourly, or a weekly, or even a monthly thing that you do for yourself. Set yourself a reminder. Give yourself a little accountability and commit to taking care of yourself in a really focused, really simple way all summer long so that you don't feel burned out by the time summer is over. So, I hope this is useful. I hope that you find this interesting. I would love to hear what that one simple practice is going to be for you. You can leave that in the comments below. I'll leave mine too if you respond to me. So I can't wait to hear how you're going to be taking care of yourself this summer with one simple, focused action. Have a fantastic summer, everyone. I cannot wait to hear from you. Until then, bye.